Hello, welcome. This is Katie Cardoan once again, and this week I'm going to focus on a learning topic and quite a basic one, to be honest, because this is something that we do naturally from very early age. And sometimes when we grow up, we forget about it. So I want to remind you about a very effective way of learning quickly. And that has to do with shadowing or following or basically hiring somebody who is in your profession, who is an expert in the area where you have an ambition, and that are just a few steps ahead of you. And the reason why the person shouldn't be 10 steps ahead of you, 20 steps ahead of you, um, that is a interesting one, because sometimes we tend to lean towards people who are really successful already, who already went the full mile, who have lots of experience and are really successful, but they might have a hard time um, resonate with us because they might not remember what it feels like in our position when we are not in the same stage in the professional life. So that's why I try to remind my peers and my clients that look out for somebody who is just a few steps ahead of you, maybe 3 to 5 steps ahead of you, that is within reach, that you can lean towards, that you can aspire to, and get inspired by, and that you're really benefiting from that person still remembering what it is like being you. So let's just briefly go through some of the quite obvious reasons why this is a very good strategy, because it will save you a lot of time, especially if you are a solo entrepreneur or a small business coach. You want to save time. You can't be an expert in all areas. And there will be necessities to do technical things, to keep an eye on your bookkeeping, and to do things that are maybe easy in one way because the tools have improved, but it will take a lot of time and you need to do a lot of research. So why not look for somebody who's already paved the way, so to speak, who can filter that for you and have done some of the basic foundational research that can guide you in the right direction and give you some good hints and tips, still remembering what it's like being you. So time saving is a big one, because you can't possibly manage everything, and you need to prioritize your time, and you need to spend time where you actually are the best service to your clients and customers. The second one is about being resourceful. It's about using your resources to the maximum. And there is a lot of free resources out there. You can get access to a lot of hints and tips and instructions. And basically, it's possible to search, Google, come up with 20, 50, maybe hundreds of ideas on how to do a specific task in your business. But how do you know that that's the right one for you? And how do you know that you can actually not only learn the basics, but also then maintain it over time, so you don't switch through a lot of different tools and processes and get caught up in the enormous amount and number of available options for you. The third thing has to do with resonance. And I already mentioned this initially, that it is important that whomever we are following, whoever we are inspired by and learning from, there needs to be a resonance that we can recognize ourselves and see ourselves in that person, so that professional's position. And also in the way that professional is meeting you and supporting you needs to be trustworthy in terms of he or she recalling what it's like. What are you struggling with? What are your pain points? How can you celebrate? What's important in which order for where you are right now? So that piece of resonance is really, really important, and that's also what often builds trust. Now, I want to give a very short example of something that I stumbled upon a long time ago when people asked me, so whom do you work with and why? And I couldn't really say that I have one specific niche, let's say female coaches between ages so and so, living in Sweden, for instance. I couldn't say that because it wasn't true. I had very different types of clients and customers. And I said to myself, well, the usual demographics are not the selection criteria for why I want to work with somebody. It's more about their attitude and their behavior and what I can help them do. Then I realized that I actually worked with and still work with 3 different types of um, role models or avatars, so to speak. And I'm going to show you a visual now of my old webpage, which will illustrate the 3 different target groups. And at first sight, it seems like, why on earth is she trying to be of service to all of these 3? What could there possibly be in common among these 3? So let's have a look. You can see here, and I'll make it a bit larger. To the left, the first target group was people who were ambitious corporate leaders. In the middle, another target group, advancing leaders leaving corporate. Quite a difference. And then the third one was very different, as an established small business owner. So corporate leader leaving corporate, and then established small business owner. So what would possibly be the common denominator among these 3? It wasn't obvious to me at first sight, but then it struck me that I could resonate with these 3 target groups because they used to be me. So I was an ambitious corporate leader 15 years ago. 10 years ago, I was an advancing leader leaving corporate. And then 5 years ago, I was an established small business owner. So I could relate to each and one of these. So they were previous versions of myself, so to speak. So when I meet somebody, I look for, do we resonate? Do we have something in common? Can I understand and meet that person where he or she has a challenge? If yes, then I could be of service. So resonance is really, really important. And now you might ask yourself, so what could I possibly offer? What would be my ideal avatars or target groups in this sense? And it's very, I would say, beneficial to use your own experience in this space. So when you are either learning from somebody, you're looking for somebody whom you resonate with, whom you can see for yourself in a few years, but also who understand where you are. And that's why choosing your learning partner, the person who is going to be there to inspire you, to challenge you, is very, very important. So you need to find that resonance in that relationship. Now, I've been learning from a lot of people from very young ages, as a child in school, and then also during my corporate career, but very much also actually as a small business owner since 2010. And what I found that was that there were so many people out there already a few steps ahead of me in some areas that I could benefit from, that I could stretch towards. It was within reach. I could see myself there. But if they were too far ahead, I couldn't really benefit from that. So that means that what I'm looking for is to be in a community and share resources that could be helpful for people who are looking for somebody who are a couple of steps ahead of them. So I would love to challenge you right now and ask you a question that I always do. Right now, in your profession, very basic question. Who do you have around you? Or who do you see is offering something that you can learn from? Who is a few steps only ahead of you, where you need to make progress right now? So if you have an urgent need, where can you find that person? And what exactly can that person do for you, where you can stretch and feel that resonance going for you? Right now, I'm part of a summit called the Six-Figure Coach Giveaway Summit. It's a summit which is managed by Helen Vandenberghe and her team, and I am one among 27 professionals. We are gifting out some of our best resources in order to inspire people to stretch within certain areas. And my contribution here, you can see to the left, it's a masterclass, How to Attract the Business Opportunities You Deserve via LinkedIn. Now, This offer is open this week only. It's free of charge. You can opt into my or to other people, other experts' gifts to learn from and stretch towards where you want to go in your business. So with that, I'm going to share some of the other topics that are available this week. So it's from Monday this week until Sunday. It will close down. So have a look here. So some of the areas that are covered, some of the website must-haves. If you're looking to do great marketing and advance in that space, if you're looking to make the most of your time, improving your question skills, how to ask great questions. Also, if you're looking to create an evergreen sales funnel, and there are tools in that space. An evergreen, if you don't know, is something that is going automatically on demand, so to speak. And then also certification mastery and a lot more content. So I would inspire you to look there if some of these topics might resonate with you, that you can see that, okay, I want to learn more about this, I want to stretch. Here you have some great free resources from people who might be potentially then a few steps ahead of you, where you are on your own learning curve. And personally, I'm also going to dive into at least two of the topics. I selected the Asking Great Questions one and also the Certification Mastery one for now. And I might sign up for a third one this weekend. So you might ask yourself, where do I get access to this? Look for the hashtag, the six-figure coach giveaway hashtag. And then you can find via my posts on LinkedIn or via the link here. It's called bit.ly/ then six-figure coach giveaway in abbreviation. So it's 6FCG and Katie Cardoan, my name. That is the link to that opt-in to take part in 27 potential different gifts that could be beneficial to you if you're looking for something in this space. So with that, I would love to inspire you to think about whom you could lean towards, whom you could stretch towards, make the most of great free resources available to you, and have an interesting weekend coming up with lots of learning, I hope. So take care, good luck, and hope to see you again next time. Bye.